Γεια σας, καλημέρα. Με λένε Στάλο, and this is class number 11. Today we're going to talk about two vowel combinations that make two different sounds depending on what follows. The two vowel combinations are alpha ypsilon and the lowercase and epsilon ypsilon and the lowercase. So alpha ypsilon and epsilon ypsilon sometimes make the sounds av and ev, and sometimes make the sounds af and f. So when we see one of these combinations in a word, how do we know what sound it makes? The rule is the following, and it applies to both combinations. So these combinations make the sounds av and ev. Number one, before vowels. For example, the name Eva. Number two, before the following consonants. Vita, gamma, delta, zeta, lambda, mi, ni, and rho. So before vowels and before vita, gamma, delta, zeta, lambda, mi, ni, rho, alpha ypsilon and epsilon ypsilon sound like av and ev. Let's look at some more examples. Αυγό, αυλή, αύριο, γεύμα. So αυγό means egg, αυλή yard, αύριο tomorrow, γεύμα meal. Now these combinations sound like af and f. Number one, at the end of a word. For example, taf, the letter of the alphabet, taf, the preposition anef. Anef is an archaic preposition and it means without. So in both cases, the ypsilon, the alpha ypsilon are pronounced af. So taf and the epsilon ypsilon anef. And number two, before the remaining consonants of the alphabet, which are the following. So before theta, kappa, xi, pi, sigma, taf, phi, chi, and psi. So before theta, kappa, xi, pi, sigma, taf, phi, he, and psi. Let's look at some examples. Αυτός. We learned this word. It means he, and it also means this. Αυτός. Pefko is a pine tree. Pefko. And the word ευχαριστώ. Ευχαριστώ. Thank you. So these are the rules. Of course, if you remember these consonants, you don't have to remember these because these are just the remaining consonants of the alphabet. So if you memorize these, that's enough. You know that if you don't see this one of these consonants, then it must be pronounced like an F, F or F. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Ευχαριστώ. Γεια σας.